Mic check exclusive. We got BDdizzy. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. What's going on with you?
Going good, going good. So, where did you get your name from?
BDdizzy. My first and my last name, Brian Davis. So those are my initials. So went by that. I've been going by that for a while. Dizzy is actually a nickname I've had since I was a kid, like 8, 9 years old. But the thing about it is, when I was calling myself Dizzy, 'cause I ran with that for a while, like a while, and everybody had that. Everybody had their name. They was calling themselves Dizzy something or something attached to it. So I just wanted to do something unique. So I just put them two together, and BDdizzy. That's what it is.
What inspires you to write?
What inspires me to write? I mean, I'm a real creative person. I consider myself to be an artist, so I think that writing really is something that you can use to express yourself. Expressing yourself. If I can't express myself in any other way, like if I can't tell you, I'll write it down. And, I've been writing, doing music since I was like 11. So I've been writing. I'm 25 now, so 14 years doing that. And, just to watch other artists that are out in the game now and just the ill lyrics and the metaphors that they do just made me want to be like, man, and step my pen game up. So definitely.
What's your favorite genre of music?
Hip hop, most definitely. That's what inspired me to do what I do right now. Hip hop, rap, R&B, but hip hop is definitely the one that I fell in love with.
2 questions. How long have you been in the scene, and what's the name of the mixtape that you're coming out with?
How long have I been in the scene? I've been doing music since I was 11, 12. I've been writing since I was 11. I've been doing songs since I was 12. I've been on the scene, really, I want to say for the last 3 or 4 years maybe, just actively putting out different music on the internet, YouTube videos and stuff like that. The name of my mixtape is called Up for Grabs 2. The first mixtape, Up for Grabs, I actually dropped in December of 2009, so that was 4 years ago, and I'm dropping number 2 because the first one had so much success. And what's crazy about it is that I wasn't expecting it to have as much success as it did. I put it on iTunes and people were straight buying the singles and buying it like they don't even know who I am. I'm not a signed artist or anything. So I just feel like I've grown a lot over the last 4 years, and I've made a lot of more quality music, and I'm touching to more audiences on this one. So I feel like if I can do the numbers I did on my first project, I know the second time around will be even better. So most definitely. Up for Grabs 2, January, February 2014.
So, what can we expect on the next mixtape?
A little bit of everything. A little bit of everything. I would say that I touch all bases. I have music on there for the streets. Got music on there for the ladies. I got a lot of creative stuff I'm working on too, as far as like, I don't like to really be one-dimensional as an artist. One-dimensional artists, especially being an unsigned artist, they don't really go anywhere really. It's all about the longevity of things. So I just really try to make sure that I talk about everything, so really just all kind of music, just hip hop, and I got some R&B on there too, but it's dope.
How does your style mix with your music?
I would say that how my style mixes with my music. I mean, my style, I would say I have a hip hop style with a splash of R&B in there. Low key I can sing a little bit. Like I'm not Tyrese and I ain't gonna just be on the spot and have me sing and just, no, I can't do that. But it's kind of like, I want to say more like, I look up to guys like T-Pain, The Dream, Nate Dogg, R.I.P., guys like that, and then other influences like Jay-Z, Nas, Common, B.I.G., and it's kind of just like a mix of those all together.
That's what's up. A lot of people don't even shout out those people that influence them. They always shout out like Jay-Z, but they always shout out like Kanye and everybody else who's just famous.
But shout out to Kanye and T.I. though, and guys like that. I look up to those guys too, but even artists like that, mainstream artists like that, look up to guys before them. So you really have to, pay homage and look up to people like that, because, that's one of the reasons we're here now, because of them. So
what are your goals to make it?
Really, just taking it taking it one step at a time. I think that a lot of artists just look at it on the music side of it and just say, hey, I'm just gonna try to rap or I'm gonna try to sing to make it. I mean, you know, but what are you doing to get your music out there? You know, I mean, are you putting any music out there? Are you doing any videos? You know, and then to kind of go different avenues. Do you have any clothing lines? Do you have, you know, like producers? It's a lot of other ways that you can make it. But what I'm doing is I'm pretty much taking every approach possible. Any way that I can take, any direction I can take, I'm going any and every way. I mean, as far as my music, I've been doing that, so definitely doing that. I'm working on doing videos next. You know, I got different clothing lines I got coming out. You know, GSB, I got the hoodies and the crew necks. That's something there.
What does that mean, GSB?
GSB is actually my group. That's Gentleman Swag Business, basically, and that's a group that I've had for the last, since 2002. So 11 going on 12 years now. And that's really something that I've been working on as well. You know, it all started off as just, you know, me and a couple of my high school friends just rapping, and then it blew up to more than that. So it's a lot of ways that you can make it besides just strictly saying, hey, I want to be a rapper, or hey.
So what makes you different?
Well, you know what makes me different is I say that, you know, and a lot of artists have said this, but I think my work ethic is a little bit more, it's a little bit heavier than the average artist is. I think that, you know, to be able to make it, your work ethic and your grind has to be consistent and it has to be steady. You know, people who really take it light are not really the ones that make it. Like in St. Louis, it's a lot of artists that are talented,
Right.
but don't make it. It's not because that, hey, you know, he raps better than him. It's all about marketability. It's all about your online presence. It's a lot than just being talented nowadays. You look back in the 90s, you know, where people were getting signed based off of skills. Now you got artists out right now who, I mean, not to throw shots at anybody in particular, but who can't rap a lick, but, you know, they just have such a strong fan base that it got them to where they are now because of that. You know, so really it's just about, you know, just about getting yourself out there. And I just think that the approach that I'm taking, I'm not trying to rush and try to get out there. There's no rush. I'm just taking it one step at a time. But, you know, it's just definitely about staying consistent, definitely.
What makes St. Louis artists make it out of St. Louis? And what prevents them from making it out of St. Louis?
And see, St. Louis is, and I'm from St. Louis, you know, St. Louis is such a hate-filled city, man. And I hate to say that, but I mean, it's true, you know, like, you know, I think that if we all came together as one St. Louis, all the unsigned artists, all the undiscovered artists, we came together and became like a unit, like how you see guys in Atlanta and Texas and how they do. I mean, because we just as talented as them. The only difference is with them is that you're talking about a bigger marquee as far as the places that they are. And I mean, you know, those like the meccas like Atlanta. We have a lot of St. Louis artists moving to Atlanta to pursue their music. Yeah. You know, it's crazy. Like, you know, but I think what prevents us definitely would just be not supporting each other. We don't support each other enough. You know, I think we're all trying to make it for ourselves, which is okay, but I think that if we all came together and just unified and did it together, what a lot of people don't know, it's a lot of talented artists in St. Louis that people have never even heard of. Yeah. You know, so if we all came together, it'd definitely be a problem.
What do you think about the Slumfest movement? Because that's one of the movements that me as an artist, I'm a part of. And I see that it's a lot of camaraderie. But the only thing about it is if somebody's performing, since it's all rappers that's mostly in the audience, they kind of like leave and go outside or not really getting into the show. They come, but they're not really. We need like fans. Yeah. You know, but what do you think about the Slumfest movement in its current stage?
Yeah. Well, you know, I actually went to Slumfest, you know,
this summer?
Yeah. I actually went. You know, I went because I knew some artists that were performing, and I've never been. You know, people have been talking about it. It was advertised all on my Facebook. Every other day, it would be, come to Slumfest, come to Slumfest. I'm just like, okay, let me go ahead and set this out. So I went, And it wasn't even that bad. You know, I saw a lot of people that I knew. I saw artists that I've never met before, but I was fans of them because of their music. You know, I listen to everybody's music, more so from St. Louis, because, I mean, if you're hot and you talented, I don't care what your name is. If you're hot, then I'm going to listen to you. You know, and then I saw a lot of those artists there, and then seeing them perform, you know, it just inspired me. You know, but the setup and how everybody was performing and how everybody came together, it was like, that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like that. That's how it's supposed to be. If you have something like that, if we did something like that, you know, once every year or once every 3 months, 6 months, and have different artists perform and then have them all come together, you know, I think that's what would help get everybody together. But, I mean, the whole idea of doing that was dope, having different DJs come through from the radio stations and, you know, spin the artist records and, you know, networking with them. That's a real good look.
Next year it's going to be positive biggest so far, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Who was your competition in St. Louis, since we talked about a lot about St. Louis?
My competition?
In your specific hip-hop genre.
Like artists?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. I mean, anybody that's dope, you know. I'm not whack, so, I mean, if you dope, then you competition, you know, but...
Are you more of a party MC or more of a lyricist?
I would say more of a lyricist. The party, and that's the thing, like, I do all that music. I have songs where I'm more lyrical. I have tracks that are more party. I have tracks for the ladies. I have, like, them soulful kind of laid-back kind of tracks. Like, I kind of do it all, you know. So, you know, any artist that's diverse and dope is with my competition. There's some guys out there, but...
You freestyle as well?
Yeah.
Can you give us some mic check exclusive bars?
Oh, it's all good, man. I got you. I say, niggas saying this and niggas is saying that. They playing like they this and playing like they that. They putting on the show, yeah, they playing the act. But you can't hide the truth, homie, and that's a fact. Now, every time that I plan getting on the track, first thing I make show of is that I'm spitting that crack. The next thing I do is try my best to bleed on this track. Just so y'all know it's me on the track. I've been around music for a minute now, so I know rap. And I'm reaching my prime, so why the fuck would I hold back? I stayed flowing and kept going since I was a youngin'. But at the same time, I knew my chance was up and coming. So like a track star, I made sure I stayed running. And blow right past my comp, cause I know they don't want it. Yeah, honey, asses up, so I heard the dial tone. I'm striving to be the best, I'm finna set a hip-hop milestone. You know?
Yeah, that's what's up.
Something like that, you know?
Yeah, appreciate it, yeah. You know? So,
what are your favorite places to perform in St. Louis?
Favorite places to perform? And see, I've really been limited to the places I've performed. I've performed at Fubar. I've performed at Cicero's. And I actually had a little gig about a couple years ago at one of the Super Jams. My uncle had he had like a space rented where, you know, we could sell our merchandise and stuff, and we had mics. We performed there too. So I performed at the Super Jam from, I want to say 2011. I wasn't on the main stage, but when you first walk in and they had the different merchandisers and vendors and stuff, I did that too, so that was cool. But, you know, just something like that. I haven't really performed a lot of places really, but, you know, you got to start somewhere. So I'm just starting from the bottom and making my way up. So.
Sure indeed. Anything you want to say to your fans, man?
You know, just be on the lookout for, you know, my mixtape Up for Grabs 2. That'll be out January, February 2014. I just want to shout out to my group, GSB, you know, YFH Gang. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all y'all. Everybody in St. Louis is doing their thing. Every artist, every undiscovered artist, period, that's doing their thing. Shout out to y'all. You know, stay working, stay grinding, stay positive, stay motivated. BDdizzy.
Shout out Mic Check one time for us.
Oh, yeah, shout out Mic Check, man. You checked in with Mic Check. Shout out to Mic Check. Shout out to everybody that's holding it down. Shout out to y'all for having me. I appreciate it. One love.